Hi, and welcome to the Barefoot Yacht Broker. I get asked about these things a lot, so today I'm going to share what I know about the costs involved in purchasing a boat and some basic info about financing. Not everyone wants or can afford an expensive boat, so the term yacht broker is a little misleading. We don't all sell multi-million-dollar yachts. Most of the boats I sell are between $25,000 and $300,000. I feel pretty strongly that everyone deserves to be out on the water no matter what your budget is, and I work just as hard for the lower-end buyers as I do for the higher-end ones. So, one of the first things you should decide is, do you want to pay cash or get financing or do a mix of both? Many buyers have the money but don't want to spend all their cash reserves, especially since some of the uncertainties that came about because of the pandemic. A lot of potential buyers aren't aware that many lenders will only finance a boat that is 20 years old or newer, but there are some exceptions. Just like any loan, the terms will vary depending on your situation. I'm not an expert on financing, so you'll need to look into this. Not too long ago, I was working with a buyer who wanted to get financing on a 25-year-old boat. He had requested a showing. When I went over this information with him, he decided he didn't want to do the showing and said, "I don't want to fall in love with a boat that I can't get financed." I thought that was a great quote. So, what are all the costs involved in purchasing a boat in addition to the actual purchase price? If you're working with a broker or closing service, there will most likely be a closing fee. You'll also want to look into sales tax in the state you are planning to register the boat in. This varies from state to state. In California, it can even vary from county to county. You'll also need to budget for whatever your desired inspections cost. If you're not buying a boat locally, you'll want to look into and take into consideration the cost of shipping or transport. Another thing to factor in is your mooring or storage. If you haven't already, please check out my video about where to keep it. Then, of course, there is insurance and the cost of registering the boat or transferring the Coast Guard documentation. There will always be ongoing maintenance, and this varies from person to person and from boat to boat. Also, any operational costs, such as hiring a captain or crew if required. If you keep the boat in a cold area, you'll also want to check out the costs of winterization. And hopefully, after all of this, you'll have some left over for fuel and beer money. Finally, a couple other things to take into consideration. The valuation and depreciation. If you're working with a broker, they should be able to provide a valuation through BUC or NADA. Valuations and asking prices have been somewhat abnormal since the crazy buying frenzy of 2020, but things seem to be leveling off. As brokers, we work hard to get sellers to be realistic on their asking prices. But ultimately, it's up to them what they will accept. This information about depreciation is from boaterpal.com. All boats are different, but expect them to lose about 10 to 15% of their value in the first year of use, 20 to 30% by the 5th, and 30 to 40% by the 10th year. After the 10th year, depreciation will generally slow down significantly. The better care you take of your boat, the less it will depreciate. Investing in a boat cover can make a big difference. If you found this helpful, please recommend Barefoot Yacht Broker to your boating friends and subscribe for new videos. Also, if you have any questions or topic ideas, please let me know in the comments.